Hello and welcome everybody, this is Aprilia and thank you for watching this video about NBA 2K13. As you can see, this one is again a legendary bigman video uh, featuring the dream himself, Hakeem Olajuwon. I picked him because I personally believe that he is one of the best centers to ever play the game, and by one of the best I mean like in the top 3 to ever play the game, including Will Chamberlain, including Shaq, including basically all the centers that ever played. And he's like a true role model for me. Well, not anymore because I don't really play that much basketball, but he was a role model for me.
He was a guy that I couldn't break. Hakeem to me is number one.
Yeah, and you can hear Shaq also respects him and his dream shape, and I'm sure that David Robinson will agree on that one. I believe that his skill that he developed with hard work and his basketball IQ and the grace that he played with is actually unmatched in ever. Now in the game I didn't really improve anything about him because there are a few attributes that could be actually better, but I haven't touched them because they are fine as an overall package. What I did with him was I changed his jump shot and his fadeaway just to a version which I use personally on my own character. And I also tried to mix up his dunk packages, but because I didn't want him to look too flashy. But at the end, it didn't really work out. So he was just as flashy as before. Nothing wrong with that. I tried to achieve like a classic big man dunk, but it's okay. Now, as you can see, his shot. Inside shot close is very good. Layup and dunk are actually quite low, lower than the previous legends that I played with. But other than that, he's as you can see, his post fadeaway is actually 98 out of 95, so he's over the cap. Block. Rebounding, low post defense, basically everything connected to being a good center is good on him, with the exception of layup, but you'll see that it wasn't really a big problem. And again, his consistency, offensive, defensive awareness is excellent. He has eraser, post proficiency, finisher, defensive anchor, and lockdown defender. So he's a really good, dare I say, perfect mix of offensive and defensive abilities. Now, first matches I played with him was against the Grizzlies. As you saw, there were quite a lot of spectacular dunks. I tried to play with him differently than with my own player. Yeah, just with the exception of blocks, I tried to get as many blocks as possible, and it wasn't that bad. Wasn't hard actually to get a lot of blocks with him, lot of dunks, and actually a lot of rebounds because oh yeah, and some circus shots as well. So if you are good, then you are lucky as well. Of course, a lot of fadeaways. It turned out to be that layups, I mean, his low layup is not that big of a problem because he does a lot of dunks. And strangely, his even though his rebounding is offensive and defensive rebounding is not like exceptional, he got really like a ton of rebounds. I don't know, I got like 25 rebounds in my first match or something like that. Again, like with the other centers or legends, I tried to kind of recreate his play style, so I tried to do a lot of, well, basically, first of all, be a defensive anchor, do a lot of, or at least more jump shots, of course, tons of post fadeaways. So trying to be a good all-around player, and thanks to his high consistency, it's really easy to score with him. As you can see, his passing is disgracefully low. Of course, he wasn't like a passing leader stats-wise, but yeah, I mean, he gets in the game he gets a double team instantly, and then he actually sometimes has quite a bit of a trouble passing out of double teams, just like this one. Just look at that. I mean, come on, that's a Hakeem Olajuwon. Even if he wasn't a great passer, he was better than that. But his fadeaway, even with a not perfect release, is excellent. His rebounding is actually, like I mentioned a few seconds ago, is basically like nothing I have ever seen. He was the first player I mean, with which or with whom I had like close to 30 rebounds. Of course, it was against the Heat and other not really well rebounding teams, but I don't know what it is, because like Shaq, he is the same height, and he has the same number of, I mean, the same attributes for rebounding, but with Olajuwon it all seemed much easier to get tons of tons of rebounds. As you can see, I'm already at 16. Uh, Also, he was the one player that I actually didn't feel kind of ashamed to do up and unders, because for me, and this is why also why he's one of my real life like role models. What he does is he has, or he had, like 10 go-to moves, or at least 5 go-to moves. And by go-to moves, I mean that most centers have like 1 or 2 unstoppable, real unstoppable go-to moves, and he had like 5 of these. You know, the spins, the post hooks, the post, even the crossovers, the fadeaways, and of course the dream shake. And then on top of that, all of the classic center work, so getting rebounds and everything, and doing on top of that, on top of all that, all the defensive work that he has done. So he was truly exceptional, and he was mostly exceptional because he wasn't as gifted, for example, as Shaq. Because what Shaq, I mean, what made Shaq like a legend was that he had like a God-given gift, namely his physique, and he was intelligent enough to actually use it the way he wanted to, and to fully use his body to become like a tank under the basket. And now for Olajuwon, he wasn't exceptionally tall, he wasn't exceptionally athletic, but what he did is he worked hard to develop, like as I mentioned, about 5 unstoppable go-to moves, or almost unstoppable go-to moves, of course, including the dream shake and all the other post moves. And his God-given gift, I believe, was well, grace that he used it, used his weapons with, and most importantly, his intelligence. So, if you watch him on YouTube videos, or any videos, basically, you will see that what he did was he used his arsenal extremely fast. I mean, he made decisions extremely fast. Basically, he left his opponents guessing, and nobody could do anything to stop him if he was really in the zone. So, and the use of his pivot foot is something that I personally try to achieve in real life, because as a center, this is the style that I try to play whenever I play in real life. So I use my pivot foot like all the time, doing up and unders, and even at my humble level, which is really low, believe me, at the game of basketball, it truly is an unstoppable move, and I would really like call Olajuwon the god of the pivot foot movement. So that's why he's really a role model and truly exceptional in the game. And as you can see, he is truly exceptional in the game itself as well. Like I said, 23 rebounds, 50 something points. So he's really fun and really easy to play with. You cannot go wrong with him if you don't try to make layups, that is. So he gets all the rebounds, he gets all the dunks, he gets all the post moves. He's a really fun guy to play with in the game. I can truly recommend playing with him. If you want to have a good experience with the center, then pick Olajuwon, because he is, as his name suggests, a dream to play with. But thank you for watching, and see you next time.